I made over $10,000 every single month with my clothing brand this year. And the truth is, it is not that complicated. Most people are just focusing on the wrong things. You don't need a crazy following. You don't need to be a marketing genius. You just need 3 core things done extremely well. And in this video, I'm going to break them all down. Plus what actually worked for me, what flopped, and how you can apply it to your own brand. If you've been stuck grinding for weeks or months and seeing no results, I guarantee you it's because you're just focusing on the wrong things. You're worried about the perfect packaging or tweaking your logo for the 12th time or adding some fancy feature to your website. But none of that is why clothing brands blow up. If you really want to grow your brand to 10K a month and beyond, there are only 3 things that you need to be focusing on. That's great products, great content, and getting those products in front of a lot of eyes. And then a 4th part, just knowing how to analyze what's working and repeat it. And this is not some secret hack or stupid shortcut, it's just what actually works. It is simple, but it is not easy. So lock in, take some notes, let's break it all down. Okay, now the first part is making winning products. This is where it all starts. If your products are fucking ass, literally nothing else matters. The perfect marketing will not save a mid design. The perfect ad funnel will not save a product that nobody wants. And a viral video might get you views, but it won't get you sales. So this is the number one thing you need to be obsessing over. So people love to throw around the term winning product, but what does that actually mean? To me, a winning product has 2 things. First is a wow factor, so something that grabs your attention, something that makes somebody stop scrolling and say, holy shit, I've never seen this before. And second is a unique selling point. So what makes you different? People see hundreds of ads per day from brands that are way more established than you are. So why would somebody choose yours? What are you giving them that nobody else is? So here's an example of a winning product that I released. It's a unique design. It has a lot of different standout features, and on the back of the jeans there's this little loop which prevents them from dragging on the ground. So people hadn't seen it before, so it had wow factor. And guess what? The content for these jeans did over 1 million views combined, and I sold out. Now, here's an example of a pretty mid, just average product I dropped. Now, this wasn't a complete flop. I was still able to sell a decent amount of these, but the problem was it looked like everybody else. Designs like this never would have gotten my brand to 6 figures because there wasn't anything distinct about it to make it stand out. And that is the mistake that most people make. They make something that just looks cool, but cool is not enough anymore. Like, sure, people might wear it, but would they actually spend money on it? Like, probably not. And with products like that, you're just gonna have to work 10 times harder just to get worse results. On the other hand, with a winning product, it will literally market itself. You will spend less money on ads, get better results, and put in half the effort. And last thing, make shit that actually means something to you. Don't just think about money and views. Like, why do you even want to make clothes in the first place? What are you trying to say? And what is your story? We do not need more copy and paste brands in the world, and that shit is just lame as fuck. All right, now the second step is making great content. So now you have a dope product, that's great, but if your content is trash, nobody is gonna care. So brands under 10K a month love to fuck this part up. They take a couple of mid photos in their bedroom, post once or twice, and then wonder why nobody buys. Your content is how people experience your brand. So you want your content to feel professional, intentional, and creative, not something that was just thrown together last minute. So there's 2 main parts of content to focus on. The first thing is your Instagram feed. This is like your portfolio. It is the first impression people will have about your brand. Your goal is to make it look like a real brand, not some dude at home printing shirts in his garage. People need to know that you are taking your brand seriously, that you are putting effort into your presentation. Otherwise, they will just assume that your product is lazy as well. All right, guys, I'm going to put you on real quick. If you run a brand and don't have a website yet, or you just need an upgrade, then this is for you. So .store hit me up to sponsor this video, and normally I don't be messing with sponsors, but I actually use this myself. My other business is on clothingbrandlibrary.store. Now, if you guys don't know what a domain is, it is just the name of your website. It's the same thing as .com, but it is better for selling stuff online. And that's because when people see your website on a .store, they instantly know it's a place where they can buy products. And they actually ran a detailed study that shows .store domains get 87% more traffic and rank 2 times higher on Google. So that is free traffic literally just from switching your domain. I use it, Rihanna uses it, Ronaldo, Mr. Beast, iShowSpeed, all have .store sites too. And here's the dope part for you. They gave me a link so you can get your own .store domain for only 99 cents. So you'll get it for an entire year for less than $1. which is honestly a pretty insane deal. So check the link in the description or the pinned comment to get your .store domain. Now let's get back into it. So the three main things to focus on when it comes to content. The first is your background. The background is everything. A bad background means bad content, and bad content means no sales. So find something clean and simple: concrete floors, white walls, studio backdrops. You just don't want the background to distract from the product. If you don't have any clean backgrounds at your disposal, you can literally just go to an art store and buy a white foam board for like $5. I still use one to this day. That shit is hella clutch. Okay, now the second thing is lighting. Bad lighting will make your product just look cheap. So natural light is the best. Go outside or find a window with soft, even lighting, not any like super harsh shadows. And if you really want to level up, then rent a studio. And yes, it does cost money, but if you want to grow, you got to spend some to make some. Now the third thing is editing. Stop posting raw iPhone pics. I see beginners make this mistake all the time, and it shows. So go into Photoshop before posting it online or putting it on your website. Get rid of any dust, any hair, or any wrinkles. Adjust the brightness, the contrast, or fix any weird shadows. Even the smallest edits will make a huge difference. And if you can really nail down those three things, I guarantee your brand will look so much more professional. All right, now let's talk about video content. This is how you will get new eyes for your brand. And if you do it right, it will also be a huge factor of driving sales. And I know you probably hate it. You don't want to make video content, but guess what? If you want to be successful, you're going to have to swallow that pill. So focus on short-term content, Reels, TikTok, Shorts. The number one thing to focus on when it comes to your video content is your hook. So if the first 1 to 3 seconds don't grab people, your content is going to flop. So think about what would make somebody stop scrolling, what makes your brand or your product stand out, and then build the rest of the video around that. Let's take a look at this viral video that I posted about those jeans I talked about earlier. This is not your average pair of denim jeans. That's because they feature this unique loop on the back of the jeans. So the first 3 seconds include both a visual hook and a verbal hook. This is not your average pair of denim jeans. That triggers instant curiosity, and now you want to know, like, oh, what makes these jeans different than the rest? And I'm also not just sitting there saying it to the camera. I unravel the jeans down to give the viewers something else to look at and really draw them in. And like I said, this video generated over 1 million views combined and went viral on all 3 platforms that I posted it on. And that is purely because there was a good hook to draw them in, and the product did actually have a unique feature. I wasn't just lying about it. Not only that, but it was also a controversial feature. Some people actually like their pants to drag on the ground while others don't. So this started a little debate in the comments, which only pushed the video further. Now, a pro tip for you guys: study viral content, figure out why it worked, and if you find a piece of content that did work, recreate it through your own unique lens. So don't just steal ideas, but don't try to reinvent the wheel either. Just remix what's already proven to work. But the bottom line is, if your content is mid, your sales are going to be mid. So make it good. Okay, now the third thing is getting eyes on your brand, aka marketing. So now you've got a dope winning product. Now you've made some fire content of said product. But here's the thing: if nobody sees it, then none of that matters. So you need to get your product in front of a lot of eyes, and more importantly, in front of the right eyes. And there are 3 main ways to do that. So the first thing is organic marketing. Organic marketing just means free marketing. You are not spending any money. And the best way to do that is with video content. So we just went over this, but let's really drive it home. To make high-performing video content, start with a great product. Focus majority of your effort on the hook. Make the video engaging. Recreate what works, but add your own unique twist. And most importantly, be consistent. Most brands mess up here because they post a few times, they get stuck in 200 view jail, and then they start crying about being shadow banned. You are not shadow banned. You just need to make better content or be more consistent. Probably both. Now the second thing is influencers. Influencers can be pretty hit or miss, but when you pick the right ones, they can bring a ton of new eyes and new sales for your brand. And no, you do not need some massive creator with 500,000 followers. Actually, micro-influencers with like 5,000 to 50,000 followers usually perform a lot better. This is because they typically have a more core following of engaged buyers, and they've built trust with their audience. So when they post a fit in your brand, you are borrowing that trust. They are giving you social proof. And that is so key when you are scaling. People are not going to buy from your brand if they don't trust you. Now, the third thing is paid ads. So honestly, ads are pretty simple. They either amplify what's working or they will just expose what isn't. Ads will not save a weak product. They will just show it to more people faster. So before you run ads, make sure your product and your content are really fucking good. Otherwise, your money is just going to be thrown into the abyss and you will never see it again. So the best ads are just organic content that already performed well. Now, in terms of settings, people are always looking for the perfect settings or some secret hack button to switch on for profitable ads. But the truth is, Facebook's algorithm is smart as shit. You barely need to do anything. Like, literally just set up a broad sales campaign, test a bunch of creatives, and let the platform figure it out. And again, scared money don't make no money. To scale to 10K a month, that will probably mean spending $2,000 to $3,000 per month on ads. Okay, now the fourth part. Analyze, learn, and repeat. So once you've dropped, posted, and marketed, now you analyze. So ask yourself what products sold best, what made it stand out, what content got the most engagement, what flopped, what didn't work, what could have worked better, what is working for my competitors. Then you take what worked and you double down on it. And when that stops working, you keep experimenting and find what does work. It is not going to be an easy ride up. There will be ups and downs. But if you constantly analyze what's working and what isn't, learn from your mistakes, and repeat what works, there is no reason you can't get to 10K a month. So again, these are the things to focus on. Most people overcomplicate it, but in simple form, to scale to 10K a month, first, you have to make winning products, you have to make great content of those products, and then you have to get those products in front of more people. So stop worrying about the little stuff. Focus on the big levers that actually will move the needle at the end of the day. And if you don't want to go through the whole process alone, making the same mistakes that I did, wasting time, guessing what works, I made a fire-ass coaching program. And yes, I know, dude has a fucking course. Fuck you, dude. But real shit, I've been putting in so much work to make it so fucking fire. I essentially wrote an entire book, over 300 pages of content, including all my manufacturers, all of my strategies, and over 6 hours of exclusive video content, which I am still updating every single week. Plus, you get direct feedback from me on your brand specifically, and a whole community of other Pacolian brand owners alongside you. So if you want to apply, hit the first link in the description. And as always, I appreciate you guys for watching this far. Thank you guys so much for 17,000 subscribers. That is so crazy. And I will see y'all in the next vid. Peace.